Some golden rules in life. Give love, receive love. Give patience, receive patience. Truly listen and understand, and not listen to respond, you will receive that back. Whatever it is that you give, make sure to give it genuinely. And this spoke to me because when I was working in retail, instead of me just telling the customers where something was at, I would literally walk them to the aisle and show them exactly the thing they were looking for. And then when I'm in the stores, I've noticed that when I ask for help, they take me and walk me directly to whatever it is. I got back what I gave genuinely. So it's pretty cool to experience things like that. What is your foundation? What foundations are you currently setting up for yourself mentally, spiritually, physically? What is your diet when it comes to those things? Are you an irritable person over the littlest, stupidest things? Are you a loose cannon? What positive armor have you built up for yourself for things that may potentially come your way? So like I spoke about before, when you physically exercise, you are building up muscle. You're building up resistance, right? Now ask yourself, what are you doing on a spiritual level? How are you exercising that? What are you reading? What are you listening to? What do you do physically to build up positive spiritual armor? So when or if something negative comes your way, it has so much positivity to fight through that it cannot touch you. That's how I look at the scripture and how I apply things to life. That it's always good to be positive, and it's always good to be prepared if something negative comes your way, because then it has too much to fight through if you built up enough armor for yourself. So how much armor do you have? How strong is your foundation? Are you building a foundation on rocks, or is your foundation built in the sand? And only you know that. Be consistent and persistent with anything that you're doing, especially when you're trying to better yourself. Be consistent with your prayers, your work life, reading, feeding your soul, things that are good, listening to things, reading things, programs on YouTube, audiobooks, etc. Not once a Sunday, but every day or weekly or every time you have some free time. But be persistent at it and do it genuinely. Don't do it because your mama said so, or your preacher said, or me, or anybody that you're listening to. It has to come from within, and it has to be genuine. You have to want to do it. And once you get into a groove and a flow, just keep doing it. Do it when things are good. Do it when things are bad. Just be persistent until it's just ingrained into you. It becomes second nature to you, or first nature. And whatever you're striving for, you will get it eventually when you keep knocking, when you keep going at it. Whether you're seeking good or you're seeking bad, when you keep knocking, you will get what you want eventually. So if you keep seeking negative things, you're going to find it. You keep seeking to want to reply to haters in your life, and you feel like everyone is hating on you, you're going to find it. And the same goes for good things. When you seek good, you more than likely run into the good. And whatever it is that you're seeking, you are being specific in that's what you'll get. Like I like it when it says, if the son asks for bread, will his father give him a stone? No, you ask for bread, you get bread. You ask for haters, you get haters. And when you're seeking something good, be as specific as you can, every detail. But we all have a choice, and you get to choose how you think and approach things. You can go about it in a negative way, or you can go about it in a positive way. It's your choice. I had this thought when reading this, that when you get rid of something negative within your spirit and your life, truly heal from something, getting over past traumas, things of that nature, you have emptied out a part of yourself, but you need to fill that void up with something. Fill it up with the opposite of what you got rid of. So love, wisdom, peace, prosperity, abundance, patience, joy, peace, happiness, on and on. So when that negative thing tries to come back, it is occupied. And even though in this verse it says, well, I brought back 7 others with me to attack it, I'm still looking at it as you not only fill up that void, but you overfill it to the point to where there is nothing that you have filled up 20 positive things to these 7 negative things that are trying to come back. So those 7 negative things has a lot to battle with, and may even give up in a battle because it's just too much positivity to flow through, to get through to you, if you filled your void up enough with the opposite. Sometimes things seem barren because it's not properly maintained. So don't give up until you have exhausted all positive options. It's cool to have people suggest things to you, to have a person in your circle not give up on a thing or a project, for example. And for the person that is in charge to trust that opinion of his worker. When you give someone a suggestion, have a timeline, potential solution, and a reason for why you want to do the things that you want to do before axing the project. And also to allow this person to be responsible of the project in full to help out for the greater good. So it's good to trust people and to give things a second chance when you're ready to give up on something. And it's like, okay, cool. I'll give you 1 more year to turn this around and let's see what happens. That seems to be a good way to handle things in a business setting. Not for all situations, but in some situations, it's like, yeah, I'll give you a year to see if you can turn it around. Let's see what happens. What I love about this is that he checks them, he puts them in their place. Because when people are being hypocrites, you got to find a way to let them know they're being hypocrites. So it's cool for you to take your donkeys and your oxes out to feed them and water them, basically. But he can't heal a woman. We're both doing something on the Sabbath to a certain degree. And your claim and position is that you shouldn't be doing anything on the Sabbath. And the humanity of it. Now, it's not to say that, or maybe some people do feel this way, that human beings are more important than animals. But you took your animals out for water, and I healed a woman who was bent over and bounded that way for 18 years of her life and relieved her of that suffering. So what's more important? What's more humane? Maybe neither one of them is more important than the other. And maybe the point is that good is good no matter what day it is. You're not going to save somebody or help somebody because of a certain day. You're looking dead at them. You're not going to help your child get out of a ditch or something to that degree because it's a Sabbath day. It's just a silly thing to say to somebody that you shouldn't do good or do anything on a certain day. How bad do you want a blessing? Have you ever had a blessing prepared for you and you denied it and you realized it after the fact? You thought it was too good to be true? Or did you have a blessing come your way and you were running away from it? Running away from a calling? A blessing that comes your way is still going to be used up, whether it's by you or someone else. So if you don't take it, someone else will receive it. It'll keep going and going and going until it's received. So we may have blessings that come our way and we make excuses. I'm too busy. I need to do this. I need to do that. But then I'm looking at this and maybe some of those reasons were valid. The man was married. He had to attend to his wife. So the flip side to this, I would say, don't feel bad about the decision that you made. Because in that moment, it was right for you. You had a priority to take care of, but you still missed your beat. No one is perfect. We all may go off course in life and need to be helped and found again. Will you have that same energy if it's one of your loved ones that needs help or another chance in life? Will you have that energy of that person doesn't deserve a second chance? They don't deserve to be helped. If it was your mom, dad, brother, yourself even, I doubt that you would. Don't think you're better than anyone because they don't sin like how you sin. Humble yourself or be humbled. It's a fine line. Keep yourself in check. Don't get too high-minded about yourself, your position in life, materialistic things in your life. You're not better than other people because you do X, Y, and Z. Worry about yourself and keep doing what you're doing. And be ready to help people in need when needed. Judge less and less and less. It's not about being perfect, but be the best to your abilities. And I don't know where I heard this from, but it goes something along the lines of, I would rather humble myself and keep myself humble than to have God humble me. And it's something that I've always thought about.